All right, let's do this. Taurus, how are you? Typically I do your videos on Saturday. I know I skipped last week, and that is because I was on vacation. And this week I'm still traveling. Airbnb where I'm at. This isn't, I know, the typical background I use. But okay, let's get into your last week of July for my Taurus clan. I just saw the sun, so that's pretty positive. Situation for my Taurus group last week of July, Spirit. Let's see what you are. Okay. 3 of Pentacles upright, 10 of Cups in cross, the King of Wands in cross, and Judgment, and the Page of Pentacles. All right. So the thing that's challenging you is a commitment, or could be a job that pays very well. But the King of Cups is with it. The King of Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They don't have to be a water sign, but they are somebody that is emotionally available. I just don't know how you feel about it, because this is trying to come in for you solid, but I think you're kind of like keeping it at arm's length or at bay, right? You're making a judgment call on it. You're deciding if you're going to do this or not with this King of Wands. Sorry, I lied. King of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. My mistake. Not a water sign, fire. And lots of it. Passion, chemistry, and the like. And 10 of Cups is the feeling that this is a great fit for the both of you. But I do see 3 of Pentacles, which means third-party situation or collaborating with said person. We'll put that over there on the side and see what's going on in a minute. So let's see what's coming in for you guys. What's coming in for my Taurus group, please? What's coming in? The Hierophant in reverse, and the Knight of Cups. Someone is coming in to talk to you face to face about feelings. Some relationship, actually major relationship or commitment or marriage that upturned in your life, or the end of a marriage, the end of a commitment, perhaps even the end of a career for some of you. And someone's coming to talk to you in regards to that. It's as if you're trying to get more information, Taurus. It's like, I don't know, you're stalking for your own reasons. You're trying to get more information to arm yourself, perhaps, to this thing. But the feeling I'm getting from this, and why you might be doing a little stalking, Taurus, is because even though you finally made a decision to reject this, I think you're starting to feel left out in the cold. So now you're thinking about going and talking to somebody here. And it does look like it could be from that fire sign person. It looked like you were trying to do something traditional with them and it went south. Now let me see what the surprise of the week is. The Fool, Aquarius energy, 7 of Wands, resistance, hesitation, defensiveness, Page of Swords, that stalking I was talking about, looking out there to see what's the deal. Is this person coming back to me or not? So we stalky doodle, very human. 7 of Wands, hesitation, resistance, either this is you or your person. And the Fool, taking a leap of faith and a risk and saying to yourself, I'm going to leave altogether and just, go for somebody completely brand new. Or try to give this one last ditch effort and reach out to this individual because you're stressing. You're having sleepless nights and anxiety over this whole entire issue. It's not healthy. Definitely not. This looks like a powder keg. I'm not going to lie. I see just like, very, very sensitive touch and poof. Yeah, because something here is coming to an end, the World card. And a lot of you Taurus, I'm starting to feel like this is a person or individual that came in your life as a catalyst to help you move forward in life. Maybe not be with you forever, because I think this is also flipped too. Like you came in as a catalyst to them to move their lives forward as well, and to not stagnate and stay where they are meant to be. Whoever you're dealing with though, Taurus, this person needs to fix their shit. All right, they need to do some homework. They need to figure it out, what they want, who they are, what their plan is going forward, things of that nature. All right, let's see what the advice is. What's the advice here for Taurus, please? The truth shall set you free. This is what this deck is making me feel like. I just noticed the back side of this card. First of all, this card is Two of Wands in reverse. Afraid to take a risk. Two of Wands in reverse. But the cover, I just noticed, is the sun and the moon. And when the moon. So when the sun and the moon come together, the truth shall set you free. Your answer is right there. Being the key of this card, Two of Wands in reverse, is telling me, and Page of Wands, you need to explore something. Don't just leave. You have to explore something. You have to be curious, ask questions, see where something might lead. Now that could relate to this person or someone completely different. You all know, you're discerning adults. But the Two of Wands in reverse is like, don't bounce just yet. Get curious to see where something is going to lead. Wait a minute. I'll see more when I clarify. But the devil is here. Don't get obsessed. Don't get stuck and obsessed here with somebody that doesn't deserve your time either. All right? The devil is here. That's you falling in a loop, a pattern. What is the outcome of the week here for Taurus, please? The Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment and desire. I'm sorry, I take a minute to respond because sometimes I get downloads and I'm just trying to hear and make sense of what I'm hearing. You're also trying to figure it out, Taurus. That's kind of what I was feeling there. With this lover. And the lover's not the spouse or the committed partner, actually. They're somebody that you have in the shadows for whatever reasons. And the reasons could be one of you is married, one of you is already connected. The other reason is you don't know what you're going to do with them yet. You haven't introduced them to people, whatever it is. A lover is a lover. It's a profound connection and a bond. And I see that this one is your wish fulfillment and your desire that you are just singularly focused on right now, but you are torn as to what choice or decision to make. Should you leave everything you've invested in and go towards this path or not? Let's continue. Let's start clarifying some of these cards and see what's going on here. Three of Pentacles and all of these cards in cross. Ten of Cups, the King of Wands, and so forth. Ten of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Swords and Cross, and the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. Whatever this burden was, Taurus, it just feels like there was some guilt and regret tied to this. And right, it makes you also feel like, can I word this correctly? Like, you're not that you're not in your right mind. I don't mean it in that sense. I mean it's causing confusion. It's causing like this this noise in your head for you not to see clearly something, right? And it's turning you a little bit angry. but you are going to talk to this person face to face, heart to heart, because you can't just let this go like this. This is attached to guilt and regret, like the woulda, coulda, shoulda stuff. No, this has nothing to do with you. You did your bit. Now they got to do theirs. But now it's starting to overwhelm you. You know this isn't sitting well with you. You know this has gotten you going crazy. So this is why the Queen of Swords is in cross. Maybe this is also a third person in your situation that is like causing issues and problems between you and this other person for some of you. And that's the nasty person. All right? Because this is, especially if you're married. The Hierophant in reverse and the Knight of Cups. The Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. See, you have the Knight of Cups here, Taurus, right? Where you're going to go talk to your person face to face, heart to heart. It's also in the next position over here with the what's coming towards you. And then the Hierophant in reverse is when you said no to this marriage, no to this commitment. Well, somebody here is trying to manifest something within your future. And this is going to be what's going to change your dynamic in life. This is what's the wheel that's going to move your life forward. I see an Ace of Wands in reverse, a passion, new beginning, but it's being rejected. Failure to launch. What is this about? This Knight of Cups. Someone's resisting this. What is the Magician? That's the confusion. Who or where to invest in, because right now you feel left out in the cold and you're debating if you should go back just so you won't be out in the cold. You want a happy family. That's it. Simple. You want a happy relationship. So what's this that they're doing? Your Taurus is doing? The Fool, the Seven of Wands, Page of Swords. You're trying not to stalk, you're trying not to do all these things, but you're about to take some sort of risk. You're trying to stay optimistic and hopeful. And you were hoping not to keep this in the shadows anymore. You didn't want this to be in the dark, but now you're heartbroken. And this is now you kind of don't know what to do, especially knowing that this person feels like your soulmate. 2 of Cups. I think it's mutual, but I don't know what the hell's going on because it's making me feel like this is about the other person. They're also stalking you, by the way, and resisting you simultaneously. Who the hell does that? Yeah, you had an ending for sure with this individual, but they're still holding on to it. Oh, the extended is going to be hella interesting. Page of Wands. By the way, those of you who don't know, the extended is mainly love and only love. We go into your person, thoughts, feelings, actions towards you. And then we hit up every sign because you're not all dating the same sign. Page of Wands and the 2 of Wands in reverse, please. Eight of Cups and Strength. Yeah. See, as you're sitting here weighing your pros and cons, what to do. Should you go back to your ex? Should you try to fix this with this person? Should you just move on and scrap them all? I don't know. It's all in the mix there and you're trying to figure it out. But what you are doing and what it is asking you to do in your advice position, if something is no longer emotionally serving you, why are you there? You're pouring it in, but nothing's pouring back. You're pouring it out, but nothing's pouring back in. What are you drinking? An empty cup? Your love is gone. You gave it to this other person. Is this person returning it? The hell's going on there? You need to resist the bullshit. And the strength to persevere to deal with this situation. 2 of Wands in reverse is saying, hold on. Just resist for a hot minute and see what the hell this person's going to do. You need to explore something. And it could be potentially something or someone else. Weigh those pros and cons, please. What's the 9 of Cups, please? Clarify this. Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. You're going to search and look for your wish fulfillment and your desire. But as you do that, you're going to weigh your pros and cons if you should leave what you've invested in. Is it time to just leave this and just move forward? You're going to be doing this. You're going to be calculating to yourself, like, what is my wish fulfillment and desire? What do I want? What does Taurus want? Does that mean I have to leave what I invested in? You're starting to contemplate these at the end of the week. Guys, let's just get through July, because July is a rough month for all the signs, all the collectives, especially water and earth. But look what's waiting for you on the other end. Boom. Two of Cups, partnership. And that's going to be probably August. Let's see what we're going to talk about for love in the extended for Taurus, please. Taurus, please. So many. You deserve love, okay? Getting to know each other and free yourself. True love is at the bottom of the deck, trying to come in. So, if someone's not giving you love, this card is going to come out and tell you, you don't deserve this bullshit you're getting from someone. You're this gorgeous, beautiful, stunning thing, and you've locked yourself away for what? You're a gorgeous unicorn. You think this person deserves you? The fuck not. Getting to know each other. This is somebody brand new, baby. This ain't this. This is somebody you put on a shelf. You disregarded. You said, I don't know, maybe we can just chit-chat here and there. Not a big deal. You're getting to know somebody else. Let's see where this goes in the extended. This is going to be hella interesting. All right, let's head on over there. Everybody else, I will see you next week.